Hey guys, Ken here, and I'm about to give my review of the Cinaton 2000 series iSense touchless water system. And I tell you, I am very excited to review this faucet. I've been following this company now for a couple of years, and I was fortunate enough here in Vegas to meet with the owner, Mr. Chen, and I was able to pick up one of these babies. And I tell you, I am very, very excited. Now, I will say I have not been compensated in any way as far as payment to give this review. This is an unbiased review here, but I got to tell you, from what I've seen so far, this faucet blows the competition out of the water. One of the things I like about this water faucet is it's very clean. This is a brushed nickel, but it's a very clean design, and it works well within the kitchen. Now, I'm actually in the process of changing out my sink, but I wanted to get this faucet in and get a review out just to show you guys all the features. Now, one of the things that's proprietary with this faucet, this has what's called an iSense technology. And iSense is a proprietary patent piece of technology that the Cinaton Corporation has. And it's basically a 5-sensor system. But the sensors that we have here, the two on the side, come on around here. We have the one in the front, and we have these two on the sides. All these sensors have multi-functions, and they will allow me to control the hot water, the cold water. I can turn the unit on and off. I have a smart water function. I can actually program this faucet, if necessary, to memorize up to 3 different temperature settings. And I can also deactivate the smart function. That way, if you have animals or something to jump up on the counter, your faucet won't be coming on and off. And a really nice function I like is if for some reason you happen to turn this faucet on and you walk away, utilizing our 2 side units, after 5 minutes, the faucet turns itself off automatically, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to make a couple adjustments here with my camera, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, we're back here. I wanted to adjust this and get you a very up close look at these sensors. And we're going to go ahead and get into the use of this unit. So I'm going to take the camera on around here, and I'm going to come in and I'm going to go ahead and turn this faucet on. Pardon me for a second while I move this into play. I'm going to go ahead and turn this faucet on utilizing the on-off with the 2 sensors on the side. So simply with the blade of my hand, I come in, proximity, water faucet goes on, and come in, proximity, water faucet goes off. Cool thing about this, have the faucet back on again. If I want to adjust my water temperature, I can use 1 or 2 fingers. I like to take 1 finger and I put it down here. And as you can see, that little blinking light, that lets me know that the water temperature is actually going down and the water is getting colder. But if I wanted it to get a little bit hotter, I take my finger up here. You see how that's blinking there? And that just increased my water temperature to a higher setting. Now, the nice thing is I turn it off, but if I turn it back on again, it remembered that setting, and that's the exact temperature that I had the unit at the very beginning. The other thing I like about this faucet is a smart water. So as I stated before, if we come in proximity, I can play around in the water, do what I have to do, but when I walk away, you notice that that shuts off. But let's say you don't want that on. Like I mentioned before, we have pets and animals. Well, simply take 1 finger, hold it up here to that top sensor. You're going to see a light blink 2 times at the bottom, and now that sensor has been deactivated. And if your pets or you're moving around, it's not going to come back on. But if I wanted to go ahead and turn that function back on again, I simply go back up, hold that finger up there just like I did before. It's going to blink, and then bingo, we're back in business. Now the other thing I mentioned real quick, when we turn this faucet on by proximity, we come on around to this side, and I mentioned we have what's known as the aeration. So I apologize, I'm shooting this by myself here. But up on this proximity sensor, where my finger is not touching, that's our aeration. But if I wanted the aeration to go down, I don't want the water to flow that much. Check this out. Look at that. I didn't even touch the faucet, and I've got that aeration all the way down to a trickle. But if I want to put it back up again, I simply take my little finger, put it there in the proximity, and it goes back up again. It memorizes where that's at. Then we come on back over to this side, and the faucet goes off. The only time you really have to touch this faucet, folks, is if you turn it on and you want to use this spray nozzle, or perhaps you might be using your elbows to move this into a particular position. Now, like I mentioned earlier, I'm actually in the process of getting a new sink, so this will be moved a little bit over, but I at least wanted to take the time to show you the faucet itself and how it works. Now I'm going to pause for a second, and I'm going to show you how this thing connects underneath. Okay guys, I'm back, and I'm showing you underneath my sink here. As you can see, as I pull back a little bit, I've actually got a soft water system, or water purification system installed here. But I got to tell you, putting this thing together was very easy. The only part you have here is that little gray box back in the corner, and that's the control unit, and that's the box that you see directly above the pipe. And that's simply a plug and play. There are two hoses with couplings that controls your hot water and your cold water, and all you do is connect that sucker up to your existing water line, and this thing is ready to go. Now, the beauty behind this unit is not only does it have a very smart control box, but this unit is also capable of running itself on a backup battery system using 4 AA batteries for approximately a week to 2 weeks without any power. And that's pretty doggone good. This is a powered unit, obviously, so you need power to run the unit. But if you lose power, it can run off of 4 AA batteries as a backup. This unit is fully certified with all the bells and whistles. And the nice safety feature of this, it's in full compliance, and this unit will not allow the water temperature to go above 160 degrees, which is a safety function. So again, as I back up here, you can see that this is a very beautiful, beautiful faucet with multiple functions. And if you like this video, guys, I will definitely get another one put together, minus some of the movement. I'll get my brother to come in, but I at least wanted to get something out for you guys to see. This is Cinaton, C-I-N-A-T-O-N, Cinaton.com, 2000 series nickel-plated iSense touchless water faucet. I'll see you guys real soon.